Hello, Gemini risings. This is your full moon in Sagittarius report for June 3rd, which is tomorrow. I'm recording this June 2nd. Okay, so this full moon is in your seventh house of relationships. It's all about the people that you're hanging out with. You're feeling maybe re-energized by people, which maybe has not been the case. And the reason I say that is because you have so much in your 12th house right now. The eclipses have been in your 12th house, Jupiter in Taurus in your 12th house, Mercury, Uranus. It's a stacked 12th house. The 12th house is dreams, it's subconscious, it's metaphysical, mystical. That is the 12th house. So sometimes can be lack of clarity, but your values have been changing around that. And it could be also your sixth house daily habits as well, with the other eclipse point being opposite. So the two are linked. This full moon in Sagittarius is completing the new moon that was in Taurus in your 12th house. So something about people is coming in, and maybe something spiritually clicks for you about relationship, about people you want in your life. Now, excuse me, Venus is, sometimes I get choked up when I talk for hours. Venus is about to move into Leo. This is your third house of communication, decision making. The all of the cadent houses, which is what's going on for you right now, rule some sort of spirituality, and the third house can rule spiritual, like pilgrimage places, which I always think is a neat thing. It also rules siblings and local community, local travel, short trips is a third house topic. So Venus enters there. So this could be very social for you. But Venus will square Jupiter in your 12th house, which is encouraging you to maybe go take a nap instead. So these two are in tension. Now, Venus is good. It's a benefic. Jupiter is a benefic. And the square here is not like a hard Saturn or Mars square. This is softer and actually can be opportunistic. So something about spirituality and movement, like moving around places, communicating, maybe writing, maybe talking, your creative spirit there, because it's Leo. Leo is your creative spirit. And this may be about getting out and meeting people, especially with the full moon being in your seventh. There is something there. Now, the other thing is Saturn is in your 10th house of career. So this is a piece of a puzzle. Saturn is what you're working towards, achievement, maybe, maybe success, maybe authority, being looked at as an authority figure. May 27th, the sun in Gemini, your first house of identity, squared that. So there could have been an obstacle, a hiccup, a test. So refer back to that, because coming up soon, Mercury will square Saturn. And that's for a few weeks out, I think, or at least, gosh, I can just look. I want to look because this is important. Nope, maybe not even. There's Mercury. So yeah, I mean, it's just right before the next new moon. So it's June 15th and 16th, I would say, is the height of the Mercury square Saturn. So keep an eye out for that, especially when it comes to identity and body, because the first house is your body. It's yourself, it's independence versus career achievement, and what you need to work on in that area, and how the two may be in tension, how something could feel like an obstacle to what you want to do. Luckily, it's brief, and it always teaches us and always helps us step up. Every square in opposition to Saturn is, that's what it's about. Further on, Mars will square Uranus from your third house of learning, communication, sibling short trips, all that third house Leo stuff, to Uranus in your first 12th house of spirituality. So that could be a date that things surprise you in some way. That date is exact June 25th and 26th. And yeah, I think that build up is right there. So it's just something to keep an eye on. You could learn something, because the 12th house can tend to hide things. Sometimes the 12th house even succeeds in hiding people from themselves. I mean, the 12th house is a very interesting astrological house. It's liminal, it's very subconscious, it's very spiritual awakening type stuff. So if you're having a square of Uranus to your third house, there could be messages that come in, but keep an eye out. You're going to have these squares all throughout the summer. All right. I will talk to you on the flip side, June 18th for the new moon in Gemini, which is your first house of self identity. Talk to you then.